It is my grand, excited time to say, you take this man and you take this woman, and I can now pronounce you husband and wife. Now turn and face one another, and with the holding of hands, I can say, Billy Bob, this is your wife. Little Belle, this is your husband. And you may now kiss your bride.
Whoa, stop! Here come the Yankees! Get them!
Come on, boys! We gotta go!
This bit of fun at the expense of history was part of a grand day for nearly 3,000 people at the Ames Plantation Heritage Festival.
Number 1, fire!
Well, we began the festival 9 years ago. This is our 9th annual event. The festival started out small, as most do when they first began, and we've grown a little bit each year. The festival is focused primarily on education. We've worked diligently through the years to keep it from becoming pretty much a commercial event, as many of them do. So this is true education focused. We deal primarily with folk art and tradition and 19th century heritage.
We add water and a little bit of sand depending on how much sand's already in here. We'll temper it. It's usually process takes about a month. This is the most important part of the brick making. You want your clay and everything to be well mixed with the consistency of peanut butter. Helps you mold it.
About 125 folk artists, demonstrators, reenactors, musicians. We like to think that we cover most of the material culture or folk tradition of the 19th century here in Western Tennessee. It ranges from quilters, weavers, spinners, blacksmiths. Of course, you can't rule out the old hog killing, which is very much a part of Western Tennessee heritage, all the way back actually as recent as the 1950s, but many people have lost touch with even that part of our past. So that's really what the event is all about. It's to perpetuate the heritage that we all share, that cultural tradition that ties us all together as a people.
Basically fried cornbread, and what the pioneers would have done is actually use their hose to fry the cornbread on when they were out in the fields. So I'm frying it on an open fire and just in grease. This is blackberry cobbler. I'm going to take it outside, put some fire under it and some fire over it, and see what it does.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, it's wonderful. This is really good. Nell is the old rabbit stew eater, though.
It's delicious. Oh, it needs a little red hot pepper in here. It's delicious. Makes me think of old days.
Grinding meat for sausage. We're going to make into sausage here in just a little bit. We cut this meat off, the hog there, and we, the trimmings off the hog, off the hams, and off the shoulders, and off the middling. Then and all the trimmings of the lean meat, some fat, went in to make sausage then. And then after we get it ground, it'll be seasoned and then made into sausage.
Oh, I'm shelling peas is what you like to show. You know the peas you see in the bags in the grocery store? Well, you pick them out of a field. You want to shell one? Okay, you open it up there. See how you do that? Take the other finger, open it up. There you go.
One of the things that they ate all the time was these white beans. Beans, 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 beans. So they'd make up a song, and they took the words, they took that one song and the sweet by and by, and they made it something. There's a place that the soldiers all love. It's the mess tent, the place that we meet, and the dish that they all love to see is that old-fashioned white army bean. Tis the bean, tis the bean that we mean, and we'll eat as we ne'er ate before. Tis the bean, the army bean that's so mean. Oh, we'll eat on our beans evermore. And they love to just make fun of things about natural occurrences day by day.
Oh, the violins, yeah. I just enjoy working on them. This is, I'm retired. It's a hobby, but it's an interesting hobby. Something you got to stay up with, and it's a labor of love. To take a piece of wood like that and make something out of it, you know, and then have it sound so beautiful afterwards. That's the key to it. And that's what I enjoy about it.
The word spinster? Well, it comes from, like in the 17th and 18th century, ladies who had not found a husband were forced to try to make their own living, and a lot of times they spun to do that. And so that's where we get the spinster. And of course, right, that's it. Those things are logical, aren't they?
They sure are.
Little ironing bowl, and it's got the pad on it and everything, and you take your irons. I have 2 irons, and we make a fire, and you put your irons on the fire, both of them, and then when it heat up, you pull one of them back so it won't get too hot before you get back here. You take this one, clean it off, and you iron, and when this one cools down, sometimes it takes about 12 or 15 minutes. You can still be ironing if it's not something real hot and you put this one back on the fire, take that one off and continue ironing.
The Ames Plantation views this event as much as anything else, just a gift to the community. We feel like that we have a responsibility to perpetuate the cultural tradition of this area, and this is a part of the way that we fulfill that commitment.